We have headlines again that we told you about just a few moments ago. HTC, the maker of mobile phones that run on Google's Android operating system, says it's filed a patent infringement complaint to halt U.S. imports of Apple's iPhone, iPad, and iPod. Our Cris Valerio is standing by in San Francisco, and she has more on this developing story. Cris?
Hey, Mark. Well, the story just keeps getting hotter, quite frankly. This is a countersuit, to remind you guys, our audience. This is a countersuit filed with the U.S. International Trade Commission. Remember, Apple has a case pending where it's trying to block imports of HTC's phones that run on Android, claiming something similar. Now HTC coming out, filing this countersuit, trying to block iPhones, iPads, Apple-related products that they worked on. Now, this is at a time, I want to give you some context, that, remember, just this week, NPD Group came out and told us that Android phones surpassed sales of the iPhone in the first quarter. The numbers were 28% on Android, 21% for Apple. So Apple really trying to maintain that market share. This is one way they're going about it. Also want to remind our audience some more context. Remember, Apple's in a battle with Nokia also with these suits. Just this week, we had Nokia suing Apple after Apple sued Nokia. All of this technology, it just gives you an idea of how important this technology is, how the mobile space is really exploding, and how important these companies see this space as continuing to grow. So again, the headlines right now, HTC trying to stop U.S. imports of the Apple iPhone, the iPad, the iPod. This is a countersuit to Apple's suit that they also filed with the International Trade Commission. Yeah.
Hey, Cris, you know, given the stakes here, I'm curious what you're hearing in terms of the prospects of these various sides of the lawsuit. Since you have so much back and forth now, have you been hearing from analysts at all about who they think may come out on top, or whether it's going to take years maybe to litigate this stuff?
Yeah, you know, I mean, remember Nokia, when they filed this suit this past week, I believe, said that it was going to take 12 to 18 months. Some of the analysts that I've spoke to, and specifically when that Nokia case came out, I spoke with Brian Marshall of Broadpoint AM Tech, and he was saying, you know, Cris, it's just a couple $1 million, and they're all using each other's technology to begin with. So that's the analyst point of view. I'm sure that Steve Jobs would not feel the same way. So, yeah, you know, part of it is the rubbing of elbows. Look, the Silicon Valley exists because of patents, right? That is why it's here. So part of it could be a little bit of ego, but also certainly there are serious developments in the industry that they're trying to protect.